Let's explain the movie named Gulliver Travels. A boy named Gulliver appears as the movie starts. And he always kept himself satisfied. He used to serve a company. One day, Gulliver is interviewing a boy. He also asks that boy some informal questions. Then he comes to know that boy has been hired. Then Gulliver takes that boy for the office visit. There is also a girl named Darcy. And Gulliver also introduces that new employee to Darcy. That employee gets the point after observing both of them that Gulliver likes that girl. But Gulliver does not get courage to talk with that girl. Then the new employee and Gulliver are moving through an elevator. At the same time, Darcy also comes there. Then the hired employee goes, leaving both of them alone, so they may understand each other while talking. In the coming day, Gulliver is shown recreating in the office. Meantime, hired employee reaches there. He tells Gulliver, "Do you know that I have been promoted? I am your head now on." Then that hired employee also says to Gulliver that it is your nature which did not let you to be promoted till now. So you should change your nature. Darcy has no feeling for you till now because of your nature. Hearing it, Gulliver is a bit worried. Afterwards, he moves to the office of Darcy. Going there, he picks up a travel information form. Darcy asks him, "Do you like traveling?" Gulliver says on it, "Yes, a lot of interest." He tells that I have traveled to New York, England and even India. Knowing it, Darcy feels good. Then she says to Gulliver, "You must write down about your visited places." When Gulliver starts writing, then he is confused, thinking what he should write. Because Gulliver had told a lie to impress Darcy. In fact, he traveled nowhere. Then he plagiarizes a report from the different articles and texts on internet. Witnessing it, Darcy is impressed while feeling pleasure. Then Darcy says to him, "You must write something, visiting Bermuda Triangle." The next day, Gulliver travels to Bermuda Triangle, where the captain of boat leads him to the boat. And he instructs him to sail the boat. That you have to sail facing the red track. Then you will reach Bermuda Triangle. And press this button oppositely when you wish to return back. Gulliver says on it, "It is not a big deal for me. Behold, I will accomplish it easily." After this, Gulliver travels to Bermuda Triangle. But he falls asleep during voyage. Then his boat is caught in the sea storm. He is left shocked witnessing some facts when he reawakens. Because many people were standing on his body. And they had tied him up with the ropes. And they were the tiny creature who had climbed him up, which are called dwarf. Lilliput had also built a bridge on Gulliver. And those Lilliputians were taking Gulliver as a giant, who will kill them and eat. There was Lilliputians' army. There was also a general of army among them. Then Gulliver tries to stand up to get freedom. But those Lilliputians start to pull him again. Then Gulliver falls down again. And a tiny soldier comes under the burden of Gulliver. Then those tiny soldiers are taking him to their king while pulling him. Gulliver says to their king, "Neither I am a giant nor a demon. I am rather an ordinary human being. And tell me which place is this?" Because Gulliver was not believing in his eyes till now. Then those tiny soldiers imprisoned Gulliver at a place. Gulliver also meets another prisoner named Horatio there. But Horatio was unlike Gulliver, but he was rather tiny like them. Gulliver asks Horatio, "Why are you here?" Horatio replies on it, "I have affections for Princess. So Princess Fiancée General has imprisoned me for this cause." Meanwhile, General approaches there. Gulliver says to General, "You are a stupid person." General asks him, "What is the meaning of stupid?" Gulliver says that the meaning of stupid is the audacious person. Afterwards, General begins to call himself stupid. One day, General sets Gulliver with cart and rides on it. But their region is attacked by another rival kingdom. And the entire palace is set on fire. Moreover, there is also made a try to abduct Princess. Coming there, Gulliver rescues Princess. But the entire palace was set on fire. And the people are frightened. They begin to run to and fro. There is created a fuss. Gulliver tells them, listen. There is no tension behind it. I will blow out the fire. Then, Gulliver extinguishes the fire. Meanwhile, General is also wetted. Being furious, General leaves from there. Witnessing it, King pleases from Gulliver. And he invites on a feast. Gulliver says on it, I will be there for feast on a condition. That Horatio should be released. Then King agrees with Gulliver. And Horatio is released. Then Gulliver is dining with King and all those people. Then King asks, Gulliver, have you come from river? Gulliver tells on it, no. I have come from New York. Then all begin to think that he is the president of New York. Knowing it, Gulliver starts boasting there. How I rescued the inhabitants of New York along with that city. Now I am mighty and wise president of New York. Then King assures him that we will soon search out your boat. King builds a grand house for Gulliver. So, Gulliver may lead a normal life there. Then it is seen that Gulliver and Horatio are talking how Princess may be impressed. Horatio carries it out what Gulliver tells him with the passage of time. And Gulliver also makes Horatio to act foolishly as he himself continues to do it. In spite of this, Princess impresses from Horatio. At the same night, Gulliver searches out the boat of Gulliver. Because General wanted to release Gulliver from that place. Gulliver is able to get his cell phone in the boat. There is a notification of Darcy's voice message. Gulliver begins to listen to it. Darcy has conveyed a message through voicemail, I am approaching there to meet you. Then it is seen that opponents have again attacked their kingdom. Then Horatio tells Gulliver coming there. That our king has selected you as the general of our kingdom. So you have to protect our kingdom now. Then Gulliver appears to confront the opposition. He tries to explain them, retreat back from here. But the opponents ignore Gulliver. And they begin to attack them, throwing the stones. Gulliver does not get any harm. Then Gulliver brings their boat at the shore while pulling them. In this way, Gulliver secures their kingdom. Now that General had started to envy Gulliver too much. Then, Gulliver and others are celebrating their victory. Gulliver is tagged a hero there. Moreover, he is providing the great facilities. Princess breaks up with General. Being aggressive, General moves to the king of opponents. General has stolen that magazine from Gulliver's boat, which had the whole process of making a robot. Then General appears before Gulliver, wielding himself as a robot. Witnessing that robot, Gulliver is afraid. And that robot begins to throw him in the air. And Gulliver's reality is exposed before everyone. He tells everyone that his said words and boasting were based on lies. Then General sends Gulliver somewhere after tying him up. Gulliver reaches a place and thinks as he has come into his own world. But he had approached the contrast place right now. First, he had gone to Lilliput, and he had come to Brobdingnag, now who was taller than him. Where a child has taken Gulliver as his toy doll. Then Gulliver meets Horatio there. Horatio tells him that Darcy has come to meet you in our region. But General has imprisoned her along with the king. And it is you who can help and free them. And Gulliver reaches to King and Darcy at night. In the coming day, a fight is held between that robot and Gulliver. Here robot has a heavy hand over Gulliver. Because he beats Gulliver. But Horatio damages some of the wires of robot. Getting a chance, Gulliver ends that robot. In this way, they win the game. Afterwards, King consents for the marriage of Horatio and the princess. And Darcy also forgives Gulliver's mistakes. But General captures Princess coming there. At the same time, Princess hits a blow to him, freeing himself. Consequently, General loses the grip of Princess. Then Darcy goes to Gulliver, and the movie also completes. Thank you for watching.